you also going to be revealing. I have George in my party because we're going to be playing after I reveal these settings. There might be a video coming. Right, George?
Yeah.
Okay. So first, this is my graphic settings. I have 120 FPS. My brightness is at the max. That's that. My colorblind settings. I do have
That's
these on.
weird.
I have Diardenope and 10. I like my graphical settings to be the darkest possible for some reason. That's just something that I've had. Motion blur, obviously, I have off. User interface parallax off. Advanced graphics, I have my FPX show on. Before report performance stats, I have that off. They use all my audio stuff. This stuff just doesn't really matter too much to me. Um,
Yeah.
the creator
It's
options,
weird.
I have this on mute because I'm a content creator. Um,
It's weird because how you're like set like your graphics and stuff. They're like it looks so different to mine. Like the
yeah,
graphics
yeah, because
when we watch our
that's the way.
videos.
It's just the way I like it because I like my graphical settings lower for some
Yeah, I
reason.
like them higher.
I don't want them. I don't know. It doesn't bother my eyes exactly like that, but I just feel like lower. It look better lower.
But like even when making content, it's like
Mm. Okay, so voice chat, everyone. Voice reporting off when possible. Voice chat method, open mic. This communication stuff doesn't really matter. Game. This is I play on NA East. Auto rock on zone on. Double tap to auto run on. Toggle sprint on. Auto open doors on. Mantle activation, hold jump. Hold forward is like when you hold forward, you might accidentally, like when you hold your W key, it might accidentally like make you mantle into something, and then hurl activation, just press jump simply. Hold the swap pickups on. That's like when you hold your use key and then you switch to your next target. Toggle targeting is off. Mark danger when targeting on. Auto pickup weapons is off because you don't want to auto pick up weapons you don't need. So here's my preferred weapon slots. So my loadout, my first slot is my shotgun. Is I like to have my shotgun there. Second slot's my
that's
AR.
weird.
Third slot's SMG. My or sniper rifle I'll put there. Fourth slot's my utility item like shockwaves or void odie masks, and then fifth slot's like my medkits and shields. Um, Game UI reticle is obviously on. Reticle ammo indicator I have that off. I don't know why I just preferred it off. These things are on. I don't know why. I just never changed them. Um, my damage numbers are cumulative because cumulative will like they say 30, 60, 90, 120. List will say 30, 30, 30, 30. Um, Vertical damage feedback off. Um,
Mm.
Damage number scale. Well, I still get my damage numbers that I do, but it just doesn't. Yes, when you have it on hit only at hit icons, it gives you like a shield icon if you hit someone for shields and whites or stuff like that. So I have that off. So HUD scale 100%. All this, I have all the HUDs. The only thing I have off is target info. Um,
Yeah, I have that off too.
Rocket racing, that thing doesn't matter. Touch and motion, active mode, building, which is editing. Look, stick effect, none. Gyro, this doesn't really matter to me because I'm on keyboard and mouse, but that like matters in controller. Um, Sensitivity, this is controller stuff. This doesn't matter to me. Um, Keyboard and mouse sensitivity. So my X and Y axis sensitivity is 5.4% because I don't like it. I don't like when I'm ADSing. I don't want my thing to be moving, or when I'm moving around, I don't want my mouse to be moving around like it's having a seizure. Like right, George.
Yeah,
My targeting and scope
I understand.
sensitivity are both 33.3%, so it doesn't feel weird. And then I just kept these things at where they're at. Zoom scaling, legacy. Um, Lock input method is mouse off. Use custom diagonals on, and this is that stuff. Mouse flight 100%. Um, Ember aircraft mouse controls off. Tank settings and stuff like that is off. Alright, here's the exciting part. Here's the keybinds, George.
Yeah, that
This
it's
is
so
gonna be
weird.
they're gonna be very overwhelming. So, I use
Yeah.
WASD for movement, the classic movement keys. jump is spacebar, like everyone uses. My sprint is G,
That
which
is so weird. How?
everyone asks me how do I use G to sprint. It's very simple. I don't use left shift for it for a reason because I like have that is set for something else. But G, I
Yeah,
use G.
yeah.
I use G to sprint because I felt like I tried different keys to sprint. They felt weird. G felt the most comfortable because I pressed G with my thumb. I wouldn't press it with my index finger. I use my thumb for a lot. I use my thumb to edit with F. My auto run is Y. I thought that was good enough for me. My crouch is left control, fire and target. That this doesn't matter. My reload is R. My use I have two keys for scroll wheel up and E. I use I use E in case the only time I use scroll wheel up mainly. That's the only key you should. That's what I mainly use. E is only for like if I'm upgrading for that hold to swap pickup. I just do that because you
I
can't
use
use.
E just on a regular basis. That's.
I use scroll wheel up on a regular basis, so I just made that my main key. E is
Did you
the only
just
time.
change that? Okay,
Well,
whatever.
scroll wheel up was my alternate key. Now it's my main key. The only time I do use E is if I have like a gray combat assault rifle, I want to switch to my blue combat assault rifle, so I don't have to scroll wheel up, so I don't have to like go into my inventory and like change that around and drop one, so I can just hold E and go to that and just swap them. So here's my weapon slots. One is my pickaxe, and then I use the numbers 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 for my weapons. Um, this does toggle weapon can't think it's shift. That doesn't matter to me. Crouching, well, that's left control. Um, my wall is my thumb mouse button. You should have your two building binds on your keyboard and two on your mouse. Well, George doesn't have those because he doesn't have side mouse buttons. But what you want to use your two side mouse buttons for something. So I use my thumb mouse button 5, my top side mouse button for my wall. I use left shift for my floor, so that's where that left shift comes in. I use thumb mouse button 4, my bottom side mouse button for my stairs, and my roof is V. My cone is V, and then my trap is T. Um, your place building, I have that. That doesn't repair and upgrade. That doesn't matter. Rotate building is unbound because I don't as I don't rotate building. Change your building material right. No, that doesn't matter. My
Actually,
building
I
edit.
think rotating building is actually pretty useful.
You don't really need to use it. To me,
I mean, I think it's useful.
it wasn't too important to me ever. My building edit is F. I felt this was more. I felt this was the most comfortable. Um, but I do have scroll. If you notice, I do have scroll wheel down as an alternate. I also have scroll wheel down as reset building edit. This makes resetting builds way easier to do. So, like George, I know you were trying to use a scroll wheel edit reset recently. You should have your an edit key and then have scroll wheel as an alternate key to it, and then have your reset building as scroll wheel down or whatever scroll wheel you want to use.
I just
My
use scroll wheel up as like my regular editing key
mm,
personally. Like,
uh,
but should it be my alternate key? I don't know.
I think for your editing, if you should use G to edit, like you use your G to edit. So you would have G as your main scroll wheel up or down, whatever one you want to use as your alternate, and then reset building. It should just be scroll wheel up or down, whatever scroll wheel you use. My place marker, my marker placement is 7. That
That is
doesn't
so
really,
weird.
that doesn't matter
I
to
just
me.
I just use left um
It
like
just doesn't. Well,
well you
that's
use
just like
two,
when
right?
you're. Well, I don't. Well, like that works when you're on the map. I do that, but 7 works like when you're not using your map. So my emote is N. Isn't my is I don't want to emote during a fight.
Are you
My
sure?
cursor mode is left alt. My toggle
That's
map is M. My toggle inventory is tab and I. I just let them stay like that. DB and O carry is F. I'm just gonna unbind these because I don't use these real quick. So these have mostly stayed default all this time. So I'm not gonna go through all these cars and stuff like that. Here's a controller thing. This is something that does matter though. Here, slide hold time. I have that at 0.02 seconds. I have that at 0.32 seconds. That's like when you hold down your slide key, which would be left control. That's how long you have to hold it for in order to start sliding. So I have that like that.
Wait, what's the
And
default for that one?
I think it's actually 0.0. I think it's 0.5. But I changed it to 0.32. Um, quick weapon custom only. It doesn't matter to me. Sensitivity. This is like controller stuff that doesn't matter to me. These are just that, and then finally controller mapping. I never like did anything here. This is all default. Just think, this is all just default. So, yeah, I think that's gonna be it for today's video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you all for that gameplay that I'm doing with George in actually like 2 minutes. Goodbye.
See ya.